Macromolecules are large molecules with complex structures, also known as polymers. These are chains composed of monomers which are held together by a covalent bond. Carbohydrates contain high number of hydroxyl groups and sometimes carboxyl groups. Furthermore, carbs are known to give energy, and the type of carbs we'll be focusing on today are sugars. Monosaccharides are the most broken down type of starch. An example of monosaccharides include glucose, galactose, and fructose. And now, let's take a closer look at what these molecules look like. And now you're about to see clips showing you these molecules. Remember, yellow is carbon, red is oxygen, and blue is hydrogen. This is an example of a glucose molecule. Similarly, yellow is carbon, red is oxygen, blue is hydrogen. That was galactose. This is an example of a fructose molecule. Fructose molecules are a bit different because of their pentagonal shape, however have the same properties. However, after being broken down, monosaccharides are regrouped as polysaccharides, which is stored away into our bodies, and this process is done via dehydration synthesis. And this next clip will show you how this process happens. And in this clip you see a bunch of monosaccharides bouncing around. Now these monosaccharides will form a chain of polysaccharides. That video showed you how this reaction takes place on a grand scale. However, to truly appreciate these reactions, we can take a closer look at an atomic scale and see exactly how dehydration synthesis happens. In this video you see the glycosidic bond between two glucose molecules. You can see how there is an oxygen with that hydrogen attached to it, and how it wants to react that other hydrogen on that other glucose molecule. And that's what you see happening. That oxygen stole that hydrogen from that glucose molecule and formed a water molecule, and now it's going away. Now this is leaving an open bond between the oxygen and the carbon, so guess what happens? Exactly, the oxygen takes its place. And now there's a double bond between the two glucose molecules. In this video you're going to see a glucose and a galactose molecule perform the same type of bond. Now you see that hydrogen and oxygen bond is going to steal that hydrogen from the other glucose molecule and form a water molecule, which will then float away, leaving an open bond between an oxygen and that carbon over there. So this oxygen will fill up that bond, forming a glucose and galactose bond. In this bond, it's the same thing, only difference being it's glucose and fructose. So you'll see that hydrogen and oxygen is going to steal that hydrogen from the glucose, and it's going to form a water molecule which will float away, leaving that to open bond again. That oxygen from the carbon is going to go in the middle and fill up that bond.